雷鳴と共に散れ。
Hey everybody, welcome back. Marcus Graves back again with another reaction to Naruto Shippuden. If you enjoy the upcoming video, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there. Head on over to my Patreon page. The link is down below in the pinned comment. Also down in the pinned comment is the link to my Discord. All types of good fun and discussions being had over there. And with that, let's get on into it.
Kakashi, 俺たちも。お前が今何を考えているのかは想像がつく。そいつは置いとけ。
Gotta focus.
部下だったナルトがお前より先に突っ込んでんだぞ。
Come on, my boy. Woo!
影分身の術になる。
I was thinking it. I did. Because it was a shadow clone. It was transporting him. I was wondering, because he made the shadow clone, if it wasn't just the Rasengan. Bitch ass. This is an interesting way to reveal, like, as I mentioned in the last video. For those who did not know that this was coming up, what was your take? In the sense of, like, I mean, it seems obvious that you would have seen where it was going, but I guess my thing is, instead of showing his face and then having this little reminiscent flashback, you know, so that you can see the confirmation for Kakashi and Guy, even though they're already thinking it. Then go into this reminiscent flashback. It's like, cause here is like, we still have not seen the adult face yet. And then it immediately went into this, as if you already knew who it was. And I guess you'd be able to figure it out, but, you know, cause it wasn't, at a certain point, it wasn't making it, it wasn't trying to obfuscate itself. But I just wonder, it just seems an odd transition into this. And this was from their episode, yeah. So it seems like they're also, I mean, and we had seen a little bit of it in that there was a bit of tension, dare I say bitterness, but at least at the very least tension between Obito and Kakashi. But of course, at the end, they come together as comrades and everything. He gives him his eye and everything. So we know, and he held him to high esteem. So we know that part of that, if not the whole, at least part of that reminiscent flashback was showing their trajectories. Kakashi excelling, Obito making mistakes. And perhaps they're reiterating to dive back into where bitterness has taken root again and could have helped to have caused this. And of course, the biggest question that we've all had, how the hell did you come back from this? That was a hot transit. That was sweet. The red has been going out of Kakashi's Sharingan. Is he losing the light? If he's here. Also, am I crazy or did his voice change? Like, it sounded more like he was imitating Madara at first, and when the mask fell, his voice had changed. Am I crazy? No, this is definitely a different voice. Maybe not a different voice actor, but I mean, possibly. But he was definitely affecting Madara's voice. I don't think they're dead. I mean, that imagery is there to make it seem like they're dead, but I don't think they are. I mean, also, if they are, I wouldn't be surprised, but... On the brink? Certainly. There yet? No. Did she say fuse your body? Did she say fuse her body as in she's bisected? Ooh. Oh shit. That's a clone, but that's a dead-ass clone. That's right now. Of course he wasn't. It's almost as if you passed through it, so he started his path with that technique there. His right arm did heal, so what's up with that? Because it looks like he doesn't have his arm. Here. What's with the Kimimaro bones? Well, they looked like Kimimaro bones. They look a little more, for lack of a better word right now, flaccid. Well, they looked like Kimimaro bones. They look a little more, for lack of a better word right now, flaccid. Why Obito specifically? Did he just say that his original eyes were on loan to another? Am I not remembering something? Now, Obito had originally told Sasuke that he took his brother's eyes. If I remember the story correctly, that Madara the light in his Sharingan was going out, so his brother gave him his. But he just said, here, my eyes are on loan, my original eyes are on loan to another. He based Toby off of something? Because obviously that's Zetsu. What in the world is this? They've always showed the dynamic in the three team of, you have the Sasuke archetype, you have the... Seriously. You have the Sasuke archetype, you have the Naruto archetype, Sakura archetype, and I guess you already kind of had the reverse Naruto with Nagato in a lot of ways. This is also it as well, that the one who wasn't always up to speed with ninjutsu, the one who wasn't as versatile, and this is kind of like the dark version of him, but then again, you've also kind of had that with Nagato in a way, as I said. What I'm also figuring out is that Obito is good at mimicry, because the one Zetsu he mimics as Toby, then when he has to become Madara, he imitates Madara's voice, and then finally has his own. His hair is starting to look like Madara's as his hair is growing. He made a nice dent though. So maybe it wasn't mimicry. That was a dope look. How did Black Zetsu come about? Because at this beginning, well, quote-unquote beginning stage, it's all the white Zetsu. Can he see through Kakashi's eye? That wouldn't make sense because, well, I guess it would. It's his eye, but... I mean, maybe he could. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it is his eye, and you would think, why couldn't Kakashi do the same? But it's not his eye. It's a borrowed power. What happened here? Of course, it looks the way it looks, but Kakashi is also tearing up. There may have been a thing where he had no... Where he had no choice. It may have been a thing where they both decided together, kind of like a... Well, I was going to say kind of like a Nagato Yahiko situation, but Yahiko kind of decided that for him. No, he did not. Woohoo! Mmm.
せめて女だけでも回収しろ。死体を絶対敵に渡すな。
You will not touch her. So of course he has the white Zetsu helping him. He has the Hashirama wood that looks like it's coming out of him. That was a very odd phrase.
オビト、君がマダラに選ばれた理由が分かったよ。
He's quick to adapt. Mmm.
俺は地獄にいる。
Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the content, please consider heading on over to the Patreon page and becoming a patron. Not only will you be helping to support the channel, you'll also be gaining access to exclusive content benefits such as early access to my videos, among many other things. So, if you're so inclined, head on over to my Patreon page, the link is down below in the pinned comment, and become a patron. So here we get to see, excuse me, the revelation of Tobi. Tobi Obito. We get the explanation what's going on with the arm, Hashirama skin grafts, and Zetsu skin grafts. I brought some of this up during the reaction. There's some more questions popped up, such as where does the black Zetsu come from and why is it there? Unless it's just always a thing for him and it's just like... The white Zetsu seems to be the one that's the most versatile one. In regards to abilities. So maybe it's always just a thing and the white Zetsu is always just kind of doing its thing because it's the most versatile, but the black Zetsu is always there off to the side. Kind of like it still is right now, kind of off to the, or was off to the side. Oh Lord, now that I think about it, I can't remember what happened. The last thing I remember of what happened with the black Zetsu is that it was searching for the village leaders that they were trying to protect for the war, or during the war. I'm fairly certain that they did not capture or harm him. We haven't seen Black Zetsu in a while. Huh. So then you have Obito who is here and he's still holding on to that youthful camaraderie, that youthful optimism. And as I mentioned before, you have that contrasted with Madara's weariness and disillusionment with the world and what has become of everything, really. And then you see the turning point, and he had said before that you let Rin die. He saw more than Kakashi letting Rin die. He saw Kakashi killing Rin. Now, of course, once again, it's always the perspective thing. You know, that's what he saw. You know, there's obviously some other explanation going, and even the hidden mist, Shinobi had said, you know, he actually did it. Now we can't take her, or something like that. So the hidden mist had some agenda with Rin. Why for one? But if that was the case, what they needed her for, maybe it was something that she wouldn't have been able to deny. Maybe she wouldn't have been able to have any choice in the matter of what was done to her afterwards if she were to be taken. So she probably begged Kakashi to kill her. As I said, the same way it was with Nagato and Hahiko. And then Hahiko took it out of Nagato's hands. And then you see Obito go off. He went ham on those dudes. Seeing more of the teleportation jutsu at work in a more active way. Active is not the apt word that I'm looking for. He utilizes it differently now that he's older. Not that he can't utilize it the way he just did now, but he utilizes it differently as now that he's older. It's a bit more passive. He's usually letting people come to him. It then happens, the teleportation happens, and then he counters. Instead of usually going after them And sometimes it's also a thing of like he goes after somebody tries to flank him, and then he does the teleportation thing. It's usually just like a thing that just kind of happens. Here, not just kind of happens. You know what I'm saying, though. I hope I'm articulating myself correctly. Hopefully, the gist of what I'm saying is coming across. So I'm sure we'll see that, but then this opens up something. He saw what Kakashi did. If Kakashi explains what happened, he was with Madara for a while. Now, he was with Madara for a while up until what we've seen here in this flashback. And he still kept that same optimism. He still wanted to get back to Rin and Kakashi, even though he had some bitterness, of course, with Kakashi and everything, because of how everything, just their relationship before all this went down, that was still his comrade. And that was still the same. He even told Madara, I'm not coming back. I'm going to go save my people. I ain't coming back. I appreciate it. But I'm out. If Kakashi explains what happened, and it is something similar to what I'm thinking that it is, Obito has been steeped in this bitterness towards him for years, but if he figures out that his bitterness was misguided, as Sasuke did, will he flip on Madara? If he realizes that it wasn't an act of maliciousness, it may have been an act of mercy. That's if the story is the way I'm thinking it is. And once again, knowing Kakashi as we've known him up to this point, that's most likely what it would be. However, if it's not, that would also provide a dynamic wrinkle in the story about Kakashi, about Naruto, how he sees certain people, that maybe it's not as... because up until this point, Naruto has been kind of he has been a staunch, firm, resolute rock of hope, persistence, optimism, all these things that has changed the hearts of Tsunade, it's changed the heart of Nagato. He's always been this. What if he saw that his teacher, that his mentor that he looks up to wasn't as perfect as he believes? And then how would that affect his vision of Sasuke? That Sasuke, that's my friend. I'm going to save him. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And then realizing that, you know what? Maybe Sasuke is like a misguided and angry and vengeful, but also maybe just a piece of shit. So how would that affect? I highly doubt that. The story has been going on for a while, and it has not taken that tact whenever it has introduced gray moralism and disillusionment. It's usually been hitting the immovable object that is Naruto, bouncing off and then responding, changing type of thing. So I highly doubt that would be the case. But like I said, it would be a very dynamic wrinkle to introduce to the story. Should it be something where it's like, hey, maybe Rin didn't make that choice. Maybe they didn't talk about it. Maybe Kakashi made it for her. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there. My short films, reactions, reviews, my video essays, my Graves plays, all the good stuff that's on there, and much, much more to come. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.